lawyer Mary Ohenewaa Afful. Emrenimuni na private legal practitioner. Na se woba Ghana hapa dia ubie ni se domestic violence advocacy, child rights advocacy no udintintimai pa ewumu. Na yene no entwetwe enkomo. Na yenhwe ensema hodo a egu apono so a yene ne beche. Lawyer, memo channel pay.
Oh, Brahman. In fact, I'm overwhelmed. I told me so Monday morning now, one platform we did. Despite media, for addiction, papa despite me, Juma Funi na me bin chat say na emam many asopa.
Yes, we ada asepa. Na sad domestic violence ni nyama wada ruma maba onche no my little education and san yakohwe say this and me we pepe mu a wo ma che abamu abi abante a wanya mfie 42 years adaya wakum ne yire eno ewo ho ana no so ye kenkan ne pepe simu akoda wadi mfie 2.5 years na bema wonu wanyini ene na dajaji no ema 15 education ben ana ade be mayen e wo sa enema ho domestic violence ho kakra ene child rights ho kakra ansa na ya to ankomoso.
Okay, the issue is there's ignorance in a doorful system.
Oh, nipa nimu no.
Yes. So you can't domestic and sexual violence. Acts of violence. Wa yaka di. Ebema wo akọ ahunhim ebema wo ham. And I said you wo bebro. Nti no acts ni nyina no say eno so called group. There was physical violence, verbal, economic, psychological, and a sexual one, and a rape, defilement, sodomy, and a sexual harassment. It is an act of violence, categorized as domestic and sexual violence. Now, acts of violence be not say man say me anyway na okoya emremwa and a assault so abu obi asun and physical violence emrane ye assault na ye emrane assault no afotwe no jail term no and say about 3 years maximum jail term inti no ade na wo kwakoye no enkonkoye wo di ebo abobi atofo wan sorry bi meda no as charge no ye sen na police are charge o meda e quarter na ye twa so a jail term near then death sentence. Into all these things education na syllabus no kwala ni dia ni ade ni but if that and you need to go to law school to learn these laws but
to me enye bibi so man can say na your curriculum no near bibi like civic education bibi kakra bi cyber crime we say would threaten will be say wa ma misika we ya me do picture beto anum na ade yentimi blackmail yentimi fan say yen course work in simple english ya yen kwada no so betimi asua
bro me say omo yon conform to syllabus ma schools no your writers ni ade na say cry there by na say conform complaining say issues. But the bottom line is a law. But a law being so this year. I just say yes, no. I don't know if I'm getting your point, but means so much say. Social media, they Facebook, then they are a problem solving. We need to solve a national problem. Just like a national, so you know. Into society no acts of violence not also. Now adults one ignorance so have become illiteracy. We let me illiterate but illiterate in that crime no. Now say ebanesa dem kola no. They take the law into them or the ignorance because you know and ignorance of the law is no excuse. You know as I say yen treachery. To say okay, o the idea bobi use of offensive weapon. And on a life imprisonment. And that's why I say, now when you see UTV, it will be any twins, babies, akoda. There's a medical condition. Not room forever. Acts of violence.
Mammy, my additional cacao, because that die no train common. What can be far or bar or no kunote? Na mammy, you're blind. Mammy, no you're blind, or my own quaraben or trick. Na bear mano. I can't want any money be edda. You can't want some man as a crown, as you say.
Brown, I mean, no, and I think in rural communities, they have to tackle survival issues before they can even address the law. Acts of violence, I am looking at preventive crime.
Preventive crime, okay.
Way, because we are, yes, say, yes, a type of violence now, sexual violence, no. And slap you be and yes, I put here 3 years.
It looks like I'm doing the education for so many institutions. I'm doing the police for Juba, I'm doing the lawyer for Juba, I'm doing psychology for me, and Jumani, and I'm GS for Juba.
Education.
It's the education I'm into
normal.
So when you fail to identify the acts, say what they domestic violence, say abuse, and if you fail to identify, say economic.
To be appreciated, she needs to be motivated, she needs to be inspired, she needs to be encouraged.
93.5 FM.
I say, catch them young, and they shall be yours forever. Now, South slogan way, I dear, many papa. Aba obia monopa Ghana mampani monopa Ghana sikani bia monopa nemom de lawyer aye ne se ye baya ye ma omo schools ahodro mu ebetimi abo omo de huru Ghana mranti wa troma chema school kwada se be omo right and kwada so omo right na se ya church wona you bet me won fa hudie so nya dwe e no nkura ne be ye ne nkura be hunu de wo so mo ye ne de ni so mo ye sa so nkura ne be hunu se ne o mo ye wei no o papa mo ye bibi se o ma mo ye bibi se a nya de a boa Ghana mbra no o betimi abi o ma no aka won se o ye bibi fo ye ma no a na ma tia nti nkura na nsantimi come out koda bi a tia ni bi a down. Lawyer, Ohenewaa Afful, at the same.
Then, Nanya do me who ye.
The Radiasi, Eduma das what it. Monsuni Eduma.
The Shawan force me, Madame, I'm cook for Munka. You saw about the room. Say, be able to ne right, fast say, Yaka day, and I should be sure no wonder. We will be sure no wonder. We will be forced no wonder. Yes, we want victims of abuse to report all cases of such, acts of criminality.
There be an account of no be a done. Now, what say a man quan is all your victims.
There be.
But I remember being so a man so you on no mother.
So you below 16 years in Kwan or your bar, and I said, Bema. No, be sure no that. So your schoolboy won't be 16 years. Now, man, you can a show no that. I am not in painting. I say, I just say, why what so like say, why be more than 16 years? I just say, rape no very difficult. Say, obey police Obama, obey rape Obama. But say, into rape me there, this is open so, and I one penis one a year. But with deform below 16 years and you deformment no. So opening so one penis so once already below 16 years ne dear. Imrano I trust.
Now no Michelle Papa be or 42 years.
Yes.
Oh soon now say they'll say Baba will be a rape. Now say is it possible?
No, but look like it's difficult to even establish rape at that level.
So the point is wasn't or when seeking the consent.
But maybe more than so you can now where the more than 16 years are. I've always said that there can never be a rape. When there can never be an erection, you can control your erection. Yes, the penis cannot just rise. You can control it.
You know. And then I don't tell me for your name, you know. And you my power, Enemy Ankasa so Mami or two on Sabu or enemy.
Yeah, hello.
Lawyer, good morning.
Morning.
Now, Mpombo dear. Yo, yeah, that's a say, YG and son of a. I'm not paying common, ye did and assassin Babato me. Yeah,
It's not sure, but I didn't know boy, Mary Ohenewaa no
Mary Ohenewaa.
Yes, lawyer Mary Ohenewaa Afful no money.
Oh, okay. Then Mpombo dear.
I'm here doing someone Casano. I'll tell me, catching. Me, produce and have a tough time to get me. Because media houses, no, more educating, more listeners, no. It costs a lot to be a lawyer, and you cannot just get a lawyer instantly. But they 10 minutes, then a frame. Intimate, me country. You people should encourage lawyers to educate the public, but it costs money to do that.
This is Angel.
Now, compare with national consultation, you 2,000. Dear, then a day.
Now, some more 2,000, it's me the first. That I maybe say.
If I show you, make sure we
That's what you're so you can hide yourself.
when you see Mutika, no for the man lawyers. Until the master monomeba. Wills are some. I say people to seek legal advice. For legal advice is always better than litigation. Or problem, no, send it, you know. Only no young coding, not yes, so you might be away no crying transfer, no I am out. Maybe away no crown, in then and then the young couple, but it should be in trust only 18 years. Well, maybe away no, where these things one, do things in the proper way. So that, and then you spend a lot of money in litigation. I mean, I'm not a fan of litigation. I do human rights, I do corporate law, I do everything, but I have limited the things I can do with my strength. Local social media, human rights advocacy. When the moment me had it will be I go to school. I am always educating people on domestic and sexual violence. And you know, that is what I want to do. I want to go on the field. I want to educate people. I want to look at preventive. I want to give people prior knowledge. The litigation is killing lawyers. According to what I was told by another uncle who also lives there with them, saying, boys need your journey, and then they buy on my journey. You small boys, you know. I want to say, Ghana police ain't mean say small boys. Neither Muhammad and say my own children. So if small boys are juvenile, they are juvenile offenders.
The laws on what? Domestic and sexual violence. Okay. This program is sponsored by Calipo Juice. Calipo is the best beverage for all school children. Also sponsored by Afful Company Limited, producers of quality mattress. Afful, Phoenix, Noise. Then we are also sponsored by Food Tech Company Limited. Say Food Tech Company Limited. Food Tech Company Limited. Food Tech is the home of healthy snacks such as
A human rights lawyer is on a campaign against defilement, rape, or sexual violence. Pupils of the Sakumono school complex at Sakumono near Tema were the latest group of people she educated on their sexual rights and responsibilities.
If you are below 16 years and someone forces you to have sex, it is what?
Child defilement.
Yes, basically defilement. Okay, below 16 years.
Madam, please, you talk about sexual defilement, and I want to ask if a boy can be sexually defiled.
If you are below 16 years, anything that happens to you sexually, if it's not sexual assault, it will be defilement or sodomy. Sodomy is when somebody sleeps with you through your anus. All these things are offenses and it can happen to boys. So you must report it.
So what if you are staying with your parent or a guardian and the person sleeps with you? What are you supposed to do?
Once you are below 16 years, whether you agree or you do not agree, it's an offense under the law. You must report it immediately. Okay, otherwise you get pregnant.
If you're in a house and they are abusing you, what are you supposed to do?
You must tell your teachers about it. Your teachers will invite your parents or tell your neighbor about it. Sometimes very severe. Your teacher will report the matter to the police. Okay.
The girls use weapons to protect themselves.
What kind of weapon do you want to use? Knife. And when would you be going that you need a weapon? Do you go to the farm? Do you go to fetch water in the night? It will depend whether otherwise mistakenly you can harm someone. And anger, I would wish that the teachers help you with anger management. The least amount of, the slightest amount of anger. Okay? The slightest amount of anger. You can even use your pen to kill someone. Okay? Just anger. All the criminal things I'm saying, most of them are the underlying elements anger. It comes anger.
Psychological help and access psychiatric help in poor. Now Busu was a domestic violence situation man. Ultimate a solution, and this is a way free. We are near marriage counseling in the Juma and net prophetic ministration. A clinical issue. We hear say professionals are almost free and the enable wow. Now say woman now seek help, no Busu problem anymore, and I say Busu problem anymore. Woman sana, and only dear, your brains will be damaged. The damage is permanent. Makase ohia way poverty unye sika problem na solve, but abuse lives with you forever. Even when you seek help, the damage ebusu into very characteristics of abuse they exhibit high level of anger because some hidden anger. Government is funding the police service with equipment, but can we also tackle the children also my wayward children no more street tenya orphanage we never do mat free street what some they even say that they make a lot of money on the street emano so mommy we not the fiata no papa kum mommy emano also be 13 years I've my kola ni bisa I just a prostitution the man no more drugs no yen na yen tackle situational reports na affecting in Kolano because anger ni lack of love no emotions ni as such a person even say through so many ways worry such a person. You see that you've married an armed robber. You marry someone who has no feelings, no emotions, a very wicked person on any pakono.
Compulsion of marriage is 3 years maximum jail term. Don't let anybody force you to get married. You must finish your education and even further it. The boys, if you go and sleep with a mad person, sexual intercourse with an imbecile, an idiot or a mental patient, you know that 25 years awaits you. If you sleep with your cousin, or the girls, if your father is sleeping with you, it's incest. The maximum sentence is 25 years. And I've also talked about sodomy. So do you have questions for me? I've talked about Section 8.3 of the Domestic Violence Act, that you hurt someone, the state has not allocated resources. Free medical care by the state have been implemented. So you must desist from committing any act of criminality. So say after me, from today, we will not fight with our friends. Domestic and sexual violence has no place in our society.
Domestic and sexual violence has no place in our society.
We always fight for our rights.
We will always fight for our rights.
Because our right is our right.
Because our right is our right.
And we will seek justice.
And we will seek justice.
The girls here say we will not go to our male teacher's house. And when we sit in class, we will not open our legs to entice our teachers. From today, no teacher should beat us. No parent should beat us. Because it is domestic violence. And it's against the law. And it's against our fundamental human rights. What is the name of your school again? Do you love the program?
Yes, don't let anybody prove they are not to do you have to. Don't let them to do. Sodomy is unnatural carnal knowledge. Say it. Sodomy is unnatural carnal knowledge. Hey, what is sodomy or what happens to you when you are sodomized?
The sexual intercourse through the anus by a man. Sodomy is when someone puts his penis into his friend's anus.
Okay, so that is sodomy and it's against the law.
Yes.
So from today, don't let anybody prove their what? Prove their what? Not for yourself. And we always report all cases of abuse. Because our right is our right. And we will seek justice. From today, no parent should beat us with belts. And no teacher should beat us mercilessly. Because it is domestic violence. The girl, say after me, when we sit in class, we will not open our legs to entice our teachers. The maximum sentence is how many years? 35 years. If you are 17 years and above, you will be treated as an adult offender. But if you are below 17 years, treated as a juvenile offender. So you are 17 years or 18 or 20. You found a little girl, 2 years old, grade 1. What are you doing for a 6-year-old little girl? Not that the maximum sentence is 25 years. Say 25 years.
That's it for over the years for the support you have given me ever since you came to Accra, and I appreciate that. Ain't you know, me see over the years the support you have given me from the time you came to Accra. Say I didn't know you until you came to Accra, and I follow you a lot. I follow your religious, you know, and I'm happy. I'm one of the women, the broken women who watch your videos, the religious, they pray. I always have to prompt you, say, and you listen to me, that's it.
Enye izi na nseni ye boneka meni nyansabo akwa wa hase na oba bi esu na ne magunu na nkola ne nsusu edi asema fitia na pa bepem se awia na ofre no onu ni di na nkola no panya bi enti.
And there's a mental problem. You don't wait for the situation to
I know. If you're not in somebody,
break you down.
If you're not in somebody's shoe, maybe you kind of.
No, but that is what I am not encouraging the women to allow.
You
allow it and it will break you down, and that is insanity.
I know.
They said na
Boko. Jansa kachene se, jansa butanse na ukuru wa hia na ozo we pifiti na Paul mai. Osi wa fa nine or ba be wo no ho. No de bia wo nkola no kunkum na jeso wa komju so no okunu ho na asamasa. nti ne ma bebre koso won ware mu bebre e ba ye nyame so mu nso a nyame fie
I said mama
I also but too much
but normal, you know. I encourage the women to pick themselves and in as much as
do not go out with broke men who cannot support you in any way. Such men, no, they are on their burden at all. So, you are not his mother. You are not his mother. You should go back and let his mother take care of him, nurture him. Because some of them, they are old, but they have the brains of a 9-year-old. Makase awari jaye se na etie no obi antumi advice you say jawari it is say semna anasrade se okoto okọ market na okoto na se anjewa ade se wo ankasa wo jaye o emi wasrade bebre amato a anjeme maybe so obi ampo na mbisi o sana awari jaye tie nobody will tell you to have a divorce but say lawyers no friend lawyers na the lawyers know how to help you. They are professionals. But what they call sorry feel they can know. They will ask you people to go back and reconcile until you are damaged. No. I would wish that you leave that abusive relationship or marriage. Because in Kwalana Krano, they may grow up as emotional children witnessing abuse or even the stories. Until you leave the way and get now when your sanity in the back.
A man is so more a keep your mama free member on there. And you're maybe until your mom.
David says sense. To say bar. What's the son in Marcus is on? No. The law ensures say in Kolano Benya access to their father. Children of children of tender age should be with their mother. No, it is still the law that must because otherwise we have a lot of women who are dealing with such women are dealing with insanity issues or mental disorder. Why would you prevent your children from having access to their father unless you have a mental problem? A lot of these women should go for psychotherapy so that we can understand their level of insanity. Their children must have access. Into Obana Jenkwalano na year. Now we access to mana go to court and train money 2 years, 3 years now they only move on and make new babies. But sometimes that is the only option. You make new babies, you create new families, but such women they will continue to live in their bitterness.
Ebi awo betima ye bi won crime betima ye bi wo Cape Coast betimi akoba entime nso ba bia enti no ye beye den ayesa education aside media na yenso ye na kakra to say ye
the question really I wish I could have an answer for you but I don't know the government I don't know Kobe Bisa said why is Anas doing what he's doing. Say if we have the DNA we have the intelligence and sometimes somebody will come out to fix a societal problem, and it's not just going to the schools. My books look at my cycle of abuse and laws on domestic and sexual violence. No, me sign the man kolana me tom okay. Talk na nam the schools no, and na no me call school ba ko kana defilement be si wa me si me DH court me ko ma pa ko no share kolana de die in 7 years. Ne mo te mo phone pa cho me use home based TV HBTV I can say more maximum sentence. Say the be man na matam mo yi asom kun and afin scrum me ba be campaign wo ye be man na so ko shakwala ne da me she say me pese ye be hwe be ma kese na o de akofefi akwala no eno so be ma ente bia me boaboa me wo hwa na ye de ne se the be ne size no ne ehun se wo na se de ko tum kra death sentence enti no And no, more to make a chicky. I mean, and I
guess really so.
It's in a no, they say who size and size if you are any for crying to me standing. And you have to I only be man die. I dare crop as on your color will be there 7 penny for cry some year romance near the detach and near the finger near the baton to me for Palakati dear grow. No, you don't do that. Into education, just like I said, Anas is doing his own unique thing. There are so many people, even Francis human, also the aspect of human rights. And I encourage more lawyers to go into human rights activism. I think that is a calling. And you have to get the passion and make schools, so many schools. So call lawyer Mary Ohenewaa Advocacy on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. It will go be brave. Me go sukra meko. Nyame adum po chinechi. Ya wede ya meko achimota school. Okay. Because school for nipe ABA schools and then the invitations be brave. Until we need to educate the public. We need to educate the children. Mothers must also be educated. Go back.
Say this after me. Report all cases of abuse. Domestic and sexual violence is against the law. Domestic and sexual violence has no place in our society. And your right is your right. So you must seek justice. You must speak out against all forms of abuse. Do not go to your male teacher's house. And when you sit in class, and when I sit in class, we will not open our legs to entice our teachers.
Yes, the first
St. Michael's Anglican Basic School.
And then the second school.
Basic School.
And then the third school.
Basic School.
Clap for yourselves. My name is Mary Ohenewaa. And yes, this program is proudly sponsored by Food Tech Limited. Say it, Food Tech Limited.
Food Tech Limited.
Food Tech has given me Snappy, Connelly, and number 8 to give to everyone here.
Thank you, Food Tech Limited. Snappy, Connelly, number 8 to do all.
Yes. Then we are also sponsored by Calico Juice.
I love Calico.
We are also sponsored by Afful Company Limited.
Afful, feelings, noise.
Clap for yourself. My name is Mary Ohenewaa. I'm a human rights lawyer. Did you hear?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you hear? What did she say? Okay, and her name? Okay. I'm so happy to be here. I'm here to talk to you about the laws on domestic and sexual violence. And it's domestic and sexual violence because it happens in intimate relationships. We have situations where your own parents will be abusing you at home or beating you, making you go through torture. Have you experienced that before? Okay. So we have several types of violence. We have the physical violence. Okay. And if you are below 16 years and someone decides to have any form of sexual whatever with you, I don't want to be too specific, but you know it. You are below 16 years. The person will go to jail for 25 years. That is the maximum sentence. And still, if you are below 16 years, and you even agree that the person should sleep with you, the person will still go to jail for 25 years.
So if somebody asks you how old are you, don't say that you are 14 years when you know that. Don't say that you are 17 when you know you are 14 years. Because it doesn't matter. Once it is established that you are below 16 years, it means that you have put another person into trouble. The girls, if your male teachers tell you that carry my books to my house for you, do not go.
Ohenewaa human rights advocacy in schools. You call Eastern region schools. A brine kufuridi ani adadi ni nyina no. Nkwa me mom me booklet where laws on domestic and sexual violence and a cycle of abuse and a mark summarizing and be a small booklet because as a reading you know the and than pay reading. It's my very small so that there will be a
trendybeats.com.
Sugar cane sweet, but your love is sweeter. Sobolo juice mixed with a little ginger. Oh girl, I wanna be with you, but you know they got enough time for me. I wanna live with you. I got the reason why I can't let go. Girl, you never know, so you gon' gossip. Man, them so far to find your love. Girl, you never know, so you gon' gossip. Man, them so far to find your love. Girl, you never.
There's no way I can bigger. Okay. From a junior one, my bit like I say, a man was so me. That's Mammy. Okay. Let's me sitting down.
Do you the contractors who come?
No, me a contractor. I'm meeting now on a market so okay. If there is any work, so person supply of towels. Oh, person supply of blocks. And I said, you are well. Yes. Now, mommy, okay. Because at the end of the day, no, I was saying to me, to move up like an eagle. Into Sana a coy and a day. Okay. For other countries. See,
say we need business be and patro and send them high and stop now. Do you say me block you? Do not sleep with men. So and I'm not because yes, you can no bobo and no. Obe sign their show. Si can no the be Brazilian hair near the other. You have to keep shape and keep faith for another round, and which is not good for you. Horse shea butter. Almost say so skin so net a toss year. Now background massage akwala nine. Okra pin mu betimi da massage you feet and we okon ade bedtime and I say during the day. Breast no kwa my breast na area na e fall age bi o wa e fall nti no o de eyi ni bia share butter ni bia na o de aye ho bia sasra ho ten bi o de be share bra ni mu na bo se na e gina ho yi.
The bottom line is they are good marriages, but do not get stuck in that bad marriage.
Okay.
They are very good.
Because minimum,
no, they are very good men out there.
They are out of context.
Responsible men out there. They are very good romantic men out there. They are good everything out there.
But you are talking about bad marriages.
Bad marriages. You know that this man is a narcissist. He is an abuser.
Narcissist.
Narcissist. They only change victims. But so all these traits are there. Other nurses all the time. Other nurses all the types of abuse. Other nurses say mutume kon to say ifo. Obema and so Obema no bakun. And so Obema ten in Saboba. So I am the ones before that man needs to go for counseling. That man needs friend psychological assessment. That man needs forgiveness from God. We have men who have reformed because but if that's your marriage, the man is not changing. It means that we have blood pressure. And here number one, the man no check him blood pressure.
Mental torture.
What do you know? Oh, what damba? Fasu. What I say? Stages in those, but at that moment where you find yourself, get yourself something to do to now be Jessica. oba wunya se wo bo sika echi wo sika wo se bia coins kra wo sika se akutu na o start bet me the 50 cedis start induma bebre 50 cedis 20 30 kokko toto asana
so bolo
yes start say bet me akọ 80 100 mo yi amobode dere mo indomie ni ade 200 Ghana toko potato yo to we and not say Emma me sumi so sungu me so say and I come me block you because na be mama who say oh what bodam and ya dam bo you know e bodam ani tie until I will let you sit down and think and you can think well on an empty stomach until stages and I encourage the women you have to be disciplined too. I want you to pick yourself me no me de yes and I drew baby I drew no but I want to speed up for other women. You don't need to remain at that sobbing now freeway. No, pick yourself. Look for something to do. The brain brain adrenaline na edi enante. Inti bibi be janwa dream na when you free wa edo be call baby bebre. But you take it off. You fill your brains with new things, and you pick. I've had a lot of women who have picked themselves. I don't know when there are so many fishes in the ocean. Me so kwa epumua. Ponko and nine ubenya biwum nane ni ready say pig feet ubenya biwum afen so kra no akwa bi and I can say akwa
ubenya pig feet opum
na akwa there be din
epum so nya pig feet
there so akwa bi ubenya biwum ho hia me pa ubenya ready say tilapia kasi ani bi no
the grandma for the talap
obenya de obe massage okon yi a massage you feet obenya de obe breakfast in bed
ayo
ama o ti say lawyer Mary Ohenewaa Afful
lawyer otimi o depa